Hello and welcome. In this video, I am going to show you how the dashboard for the online training course at boeonline.in works. This dashboard would be assigned to every individual candidates who are taking this course from indiaballer.com, that is the online training course for BOE examination preparation. So this is conducted through the portal boeonline.in, as you can see here. That is the address. Once you go to this address, you are going to see this login space. Once you register with us, you would be assigned a username and password. You have to use that username and password here and log in to reach your dashboard. Now every person would be given a specific dashboard created for them, right? And the complete program is conducted through this dashboard. So I'm going to show you step by step how you are going to prepare for the BOE examination using the resources available in this dashboard with our support, right? So there are a number of tabs given on the top, which I will explain later on. Let me first go to the most important part, and that is the concept lectures, as you can see here. Now these concept lectures are the basis of this training. The total training has been divided into number of modules, and on each module a number of concept lectures would be given to you, which are basically recorded lectures of around 40, 45, 50 minutes. Now these are the most important thing. These are the most important part of the training. Now these concept lectures, if you go to this link, these concept lectures are given on each topic. It could be 2, it could be 4. Now the topic on this which I am showing here is basics of measurement, physical measurement and properties of steam. So for that 4 concept lectures are given. Now when you watch this video, I would suggest that you watch it with the complete intent as you do when you attend a training, right? So when you attend a training, you take a notebook, you have your calculator, you take the notes whenever you want, right? So when you start this video, you go on following whatever lectures are given here, right? And whenever you want to take a note, you just use the pause button, take your note, then play again and continue with this video. The advantage of this is that this concept lectures, the number of concept lectures, all these concept lectures will be available to you for number of viewings. So you can watch it as many times as you want. And this way you gradually prepare for the complete syllabus, right? The complete syllabus, as I have mentioned, that it is broken into various modules. And this concept lectures access will be given to you sequentially. Right? All the concept lectures will not be available to you at one go. So once you finish one module, then the next sets of concept lectures will be available to you to watch. Now when you say you have completed that particular topic, you have completely understood and got that particular topic, for that you have to ensure few more things. After watching the concept lectures, you have to practice, right? Unless you practice, your concept would not be actually concrete. It will not materialize as such, right? You may understood something, but it will not be with you in your mind unless you practice. So for this practice, first of all, there are a couple of tests given, right? Go attempt those tests, right? These tests, as you can see, a few multiple choice questions, which are again the questions from that particular concept on which you have watched the concept lectures. You fill this multiple choice answers and submit. You will get some marks. Don't worry about that. That marks is not important, right? See which one you have correctly answered and which you have not, right? If you have not correctly answered one, go back to the concept lectures, revise that particular part so that you get that part correctly, right? So that way you just finish this test. Then you go to the next part, which is the self-assessment part. In self-assessment part, again, there are some multiple choice questions, but this is not a practice questions. This is basically some leading questions to various part of that concept. So the total concept has been broken into some blocks, and every block we have targeted with a particular leading questions. If you answer these leading questions, I will first show you by randomly answering these questions. What is important here? I'm just randomly answering, so whether it is right or not, wrong is not important. Once you select all the answers, then you submit. You're going to see that you have scored by accident 41.57% correct answers. Now click on this result. You are going to see which one you have answered correctly and which one you have not, right? Now, what you have answered correctly or whether you are wrong is not important, because these are all leading questions. These questions leads to a particular concept which we have explained further in writing in this notes. So what is important is read the notes here, right? When you read the notes for each of these questions, that particular note is dealing with that concept further. So this is basically a learning tool. It is not a test. It is a learning tool. The questions are leading questions. The answers are irrelevant. Whether you correct or not, you must read the notes, which is going to further strengthen your concept, right? So having finished that part, then you go to the assignments. So you can see there is AT, which stands for the theory assignment, and AN, which stands for the numerical assignment, right? First, I am going to show you the theory assignment. Again, in theory assignment, you are going to find few questions. Now, these are not multiple choice questions. These are short questions, right? This particular person has already answered it. So that's why the answer is submitted. It is showing his answer is submitted. So what I will do is I will show you from some other places where the answer has not been given by this person. Let us say here, maybe all the answers are not given. Yeah. Now this is also the answers are given, right? So there are basically places where you can give the answers, right? When you give the answers, let us say answer 1. Once you submit all the answers, you find this page. Now what is the advantage and what is the resource of this page? You can see here your answer is showing, right? You can also see here all answers. So whoever in the past have attended this question, right? Attempted this question, he has written some answers there. You get all these answers to view. Because see, in theory, there are a number of points, as I explained earlier, is to be given against a particular question, depending upon the marks assigned to that question. Now, you may have missed 1 or 2 points, which the others may have not, right? So if you see what others have answered, you get a better understanding that, okay, I have missed this point, I must include it. So you must include it in your answer. As we have instructed, you create a notebook, right, where you go on creating the answers of the theory questions. Now there are too many answers here. If you want to see the selected answers, you can see faculty has given some choices here, admin choices. So there are 4 answers which are basically admin choices, right? So you can watch that 4 answers, and in that 4 answers you will see there are some faculty comments on which, if you take the cursor, the faculty comments can also be seen, right? So here Mr. Anup Kumar Das from NTPC has answered as an attachment. You can open the attachment and check the answer, and you can also check the faculty's comment. Now this is one resource which is definitely not possible in physical classroom training, right? Why we have shifted from physical classroom training to online classroom training? Because there are various advantages in online training. One is, as you can repeatedly go through one particular lecture time and again, until you are very confident on that particular topic. That is number one. Number two, when you prepare an answer, you can get to see the other's answer, right? I will show you another thing. Suppose let us go back to the dashboard and let us see about the numerical assignments. So AN stands for the numerical assignments. In numerical assignments, again, all the answers are given here. Once you have submitted the answers, you can go back to the answer section. So click on the answer. You are going to find what was your answer and what is the suggested answer by the admin, by the faculty, right? So whether the steps you have made correctly or whether the calculations you have made correctly, you can always compare with this, right? So this way, some assignments, some tests are kept here for more and more practice, right? Now, one of the best part in this is that when you go through a lecture, suppose you have a doubt, you have a question, then one thing is that you can wait for the live session to start. So I will again go back to the dashboard. On every topic, there will be a live sessions conducted. See, basics of physical measurement, right? Then different boiler systems and their components. So there are live sessions conducted. After you complete a set of topic, right, you can attend the live session, the date and time of which will be given to you with some advance warning, right? You can either make yourself available during that time and join the session live. To join the session live, a link would be given to you in the dashboard itself on that particular day. So 15 November 2021, this live session was conducted. So 15 November, there is a join session link given. If you click here, you will be taken to the Teams meeting that is conducted for that live session. So you will not be given any Teams link, right? You will not be mailed or given through WhatsApp any Teams link. You have to join from the dashboard itself. Suppose you miss that. Suppose you missed that opportunity to attend the live sessions. You need not worry. You can watch the recorded session because the live session will be conducted on the same very day during the assigned time, right? But the recorded session will be available to you in future to go through and see what the others have asked, whether they had some query, and because that is going to be an interactive session. So the live session, recorded session would be available to you for future watching. You don't need to wait for the live session to ask a question. That is the first and foremost point. If you have a query, you don't wait for the live sessions, you immediately go to the forum. So you are going to see there are a number of forums given here, right? So if you have a query from the study material, because in the study material I am going to show you a number of examples are given in every chapters. So there you ask in the chapter wise forum. Otherwise, if you have a general discussion, general question related to a particular concept lectures which you have seen and not understood, and you have a query, you can go to the general discussion forum, click on the general discussion forum. Okay, so you are going to see that what others have asked here, right? You create a post. So first of all, you have a query, you create a general post. Here you write your query, right? If it is related to concept lectures, then refer that on this concept lecture, this part is not understood. Or if it is related to any particular question from a previous question paper, then mention that this is related to question number 5 asked in Maharashtra BOE 2018 or 19 or something like that, right? So refer that, because if you refer that, then only the faculty can compare, okay, from which question you have a problem, and state the problem, what you are facing. Suppose you want to, you have already answered a particular question, solved a particular problem. You want to get it checked by the faculty, right? You have the advantage. you just mention here that I have solved this problem in the attached file. So here you go and see, so you have got a file section here, right, where you can post the file. So let us say please see the attached file. Okay, now if you go and see, you are going to have a browse option, so you can browse from your computer whichever file you have created, and there you can select that and submit, right? That question is going to come to the forum, and you are going to subsequently in the next day or the day after there, you go to forum home, and in the forum home you are going to find that your answer is, or the response from the faculty would be there in your forum home. Okay, now in forum home, again the biggest resource is available in the forum home. Why? Because this course is being conducted online since last I think around 6-7 years. Earlier we had a follow-up supporting system through online. Nowadays we are conducting the total course online with the video lectures and all, right? Now maybe around 6,000 to 7,000 participants have taken this course, right, who have given the BOE examination. During this process, whatever questions they have asked, everything would be available in this forum home, right? So in a way, if you just go through that forum home, you can see the number of pages of these questions are there. So there are thousands and thousands of questions, and their response from the faculty, their answers from the faculty is available. If you can patiently go through these questions, you are going to find your answers there, right? Now another way, if you have a query, do not immediately shoot it there. First see whether that query has already been asked by somebody else or not. So how do you do that? You take a keyword of that question, right? Let us say there is a question on why the steel chimneys are used in gas power plant, something like that. Okay, so chimney can be a keyword. So you write chimney here, and then I have a mistake. Okay, and then search. You are going to find all the queries where chimney was the keyword has been asked here, right? So why a steel chimney is preferred in a gas turbine based power plant? That was a question in one of the BOE, right? So if you are having a problem, if you do not have the answer, you can just type it and see whether somebody has asked this question earlier and what was the response. So you don't need to ask it again. You are going to get this answer in the forum home itself. I am sure about 90% or 95% of all the queries that usually come to a participant's mind are already being dealt here. This is the biggest resource available in the dashboard, right? If you utilize it properly, you are going to get the best out of it. Now I am going to explain the tabs here. Now first of all, I have already explained the forum. Forum home is where you get the answers. Asking forum is where you ask the queries, right? Then you can go to the study material section. Here the soft copy of the reference study material will be given to you, right? If you click here, you're going to see there are around 22 chapters, the soft copy of which are available here, right? You can download this. If you want, you can print it and bind it and keep it for you as a reference, but I would suggest that you do not put too much importance on the study material. More than the study material, the concept lectures are important, right? Once you go through the concept lectures, the next best thing is for you to go directly to for the practice session. For the practice, you need questions, right? So these questions are available in this question paper section. You can see there are around 15 states. There is a couple of states from where the questions are not available, because they mostly give the questions in multiple choice format and then take the paper, so that question papers are not available to us. But wherever we could get the question papers, all these question papers by various states, including the Central Boiler Board, who have conducted this examination in 2019-20, right? All these question papers are available. You take these question papers and make it as a basis of your preparation, because that is the best way to prepare it. We have created our syllabus on the basis of that only. Whatever syllabus BOE 2011 rule gives, it's very vague. You don't get much idea from that, right? So better refer the past questions and have an understanding. And let me tell you that if you can cover all the questions that have asked during the last 3 years in all these states, including the theory, numerical and the drawing, if you can cover all this, you can be certain about your preparedness for this examination, right? Just the past 3 papers. I'm not saying last 3 years, because every year every state is not conducting. So past 3 papers which are available in this side, if you cover all these questions, you are ready for this examination. There is no way you can fail this. Okay. Now in this, one more very important thing, that nowadays almost every state, including Central Boiler Board, in their paper having at least 20, 30, sometimes even as high as 60 marks worth of short questions, multiple choice questions. And the practice of this multiple choice questions, because that is a sure way of getting marks. Multiple choice question is the best way of getting marks. So practicing the multiple choice questions is another very, very important part. So here you can see in the tab, there is MCQs, there is latest MCQs, there are a number of multiple choice questions which are already given here. Practice with these multiple choice questions, right? You go to the multiple choice questions, you are going to find there is theory, true and false, and there is drawing multiple choice questions. So let us say go to the theory. In the theory, you are going to see there are a number of sets given. In all these sets, if you enter, you are going to find these multiple choice questions. You select an answer and submit. Then you are going to see what is the correct answer for that and whether you have answered it correctly or not, right? Now this practice on this multiple choice question is another very, very important part of this preparation, right? Because as I told you, almost 30 marks of, almost certainly for every state, 30 marks of worth of multiple choice questions are coming. Sometimes in Maharashtra you get 20, 10 for MCQs and 10 for true and false, something like that. So you can practice with the true and false questions also. So all these questions are available here, right? From time to time, we give you some additional resources, right? For example, suppose a particular participant has asked that, sir, if I can get the diagram which you have shown us during this presentation, it will be very helpful, right? Okay, so we share that diagram in the download section. So go to the download section. You are going to find a number of such resources, additional resources that has been added in this. Suppose somebody has asked this question, how to draw this particular engineering drawing component, right? So you are going to see a recorded video there, right? It will be given in the drawing worksheet for print, and then reference diagram for boiler system. So all these additional resources would be available to you in this download section, right? After completing the total concept, then you need further practice. When you go for the further practice, you have this additional assignments available here. Now these assignments are taken from the probable questions. Important questions are kept as an assignment, right? So both on theory as well as numerical, a number of assignments are given there. There is another part that would come later on after you after you pass the written examination, and there is your support for the Viva. That would be also available in this dashboard. Some interactive videos on Viva which we have taken for the past participants will be available for you to understand, okay, what kind of questions are being asked, how the answers are to be given. Those kind of guidelines are all given here. So in one word, I would say that this is a place where you get everything, right? The total preparation support is available in this dashboard. It is available to you till the examination is conducted. These concept lectures are available to you for any number of times you want to watch it. These forums are available to you for any question you ask. In fact, the faculty will always encourage you to ask questions. The more questions you ask, the better chance for you to succeed in this examination, right? So with that, I think I have explained the complete dashboard to you. This again, I'll let you know, is available when you register for the online training course for BOE preparatory course with indiaballer.com through the site boeonline.in. Thank you and bye-bye.